Happy Monday. So right when my cardio game starts to flow like water, they are closing down the stadium that I use to run on the turf because, as everyone knows, I have a back injury, so I can't really run on hard surfaces, even grass sometimes, depending on how soft it is, because it's a lot of impact on my lower back, especially at the weight I'm at right now. I mean, my stride's coming back, but still, you know, the weight is always a factor when you're running with a back, especially a lower back injury. Just like, man, it's just a big difference. So gonna have to figure out a way to adjust to that. I don't know, I may start doing this hill, man, because I was having a lot of great results walking this hill back in the day, actually running quite a bit of it and then walking up the rest. Hills are actually really good and I work a leg, so maybe I'll try that out next week and see how it works out. But I got to get that 30 minutes of cardio in 3 days a week on my lifting days, so there's really no getting around it. So I'm just gonna do my best. That's all we could do, is do our best. We do legs today. I'm looking forward to it. 6 exercises, 3 sets apiece. As I said before, we cut the volume down because I'm in a deficit now. I can't keep going crazy. 10, 11 workouts, 3 sets apiece. Plus my time is just gonna be limited in the summer because I got a lot of engagements going on outside of my little area there. So gotta put in the work, gotta grow, gotta, you know, get your career, pointed in the right direction. So other things to life other than nutrition and fitness, as everyone knows. Trying to get back on my freeboard this week. Didn't necessarily slack last week, it's just the weather, and like I said, on my day that I was supposed to ride, my days that I was supposed to ride, I was just beat down, man. You know, now that I'm doing less volume, I'm pushing myself harder in the workouts. And you know, you're just gonna deal with pain, you're gonna deal with little things. And so rather than, you know, playing around and joking around and, you know, trying to figure things out, you know, on the fly while I'm out there riding, of whether my body's going to hold up or not, I just rest, man. You know, I want to ride and everything like that, but to be honest, you know, it's probably not advantageous to ride a lot at the weight that I'm at right now. I can, but it's just adding more volume because riding is so much work on your legs, especially at the size that I'm at. You know, these little guys, they can ride all day long. It's not the same, you know, pressure and impact on the joints. You know, put 100 more pounds on these little guys and let's see how fast and how, you know, and how efficient they can ride and how far of a distance they can ride. It's not the same. You know, it's just, more weight, more wear and tear, more cardiovascular that needs to be used in order to, you know, move that body. And so, you know, and one of the things that I've brought up before about, you know, because I've added this cardio in, one of the things you don't want to do, because freeboarding is, in a sense, you know, for me, a cardio session. That's what I use it for. You know, it's just a fun way to get cardio in for me. But you can't, when you're in a deficit and you're trying to cut fat, the last thing you want to do is progressively overload your cardio. And that's one thing that I'm making sure that I do not do with the strides that I'm doing, that I just came from doing. I don't progressively overload them. I make sure I may run them more efficient, but I don't like run harder every week. I try and fix my stride. I try and run better, more efficient, but I don't try and like go 70% this week and go 80% next week so I can complete more of the lengths of the field, because all it is supplemental caloric expenditure. That's all it is. You know, I'm not trying to become some, you know, like magnificent athlete that's gonna beat up on everybody or anything like that. That's not my goal. My only goal with the cardio is to burn a few extra calories. That's my only goal. Outside of that, sorry about the wind, I gotta air it out here. yeah, that's the only thing I want. I just want a little bit more calories burned per day. Outside of that, I'm good. You know, if I can burn 500 more calories per day on those lifting and running days, and that's modest. But you know, a half an hour running, an hour of lifting, maybe an hour and 15 minutes of lifting. That's about where we like to keep the workout to, under an hour and 15 minutes. So an hour and 45 minutes, 3 days a week, and then maybe 1-2 days of riding if I could fit it in, if my body's feeling good. Half an hour of riding, no more, no need. Then you know that I should be able to get back to where I was, but have that lean physique that I want and muscular build, because I've spent the last year in a surplus, bulking, you know, getting that muscle up. So what I talked about yesterday, I talked about eating out, and this is an important thing because went out yesterday, had a meal, actually had, you know, some all week long I went out sweets. Yesterday I had some sweets in the evening, and you know, I woke up 0.6 pounds heavier. Now you could say, oh, that's not stored fat, that's just food in your gut. Yes, but what I like to always remind people is, you know, especially endomorphs, when you're in the beginning, see, I know this stuff, but when you're in the beginning of your diet, those kind of things can really start to wear on you psychologically and start to take away your willpower incrementally on your efforts. So the thing is especially in the beginning, I don't think that it's good that you go out and eat. I think that you should get probably like 10, depending on who you are, I think that you should be comfortably and consecutively 10 to 20 pounds, you know, off of your, you know, below where you started before you start eating out. I think every other time, any time other than that, you should count. You shouldn't go out to eat. You know, if you could count the macros, that's fine, but they're not always perfect. And so I would treat my, you know, my day of going out to eat, I would treat that as like a refeed meal. And I know a lot of these guys preach refeed days, but I don't really think you should do refeed days. You know, I think refeed meals are probably just fine. You know, do a refeed meal. Enjoy yourself, you know, have fun, you know, at once a week. But outside of, you know, once a week, I wouldn't do a refeed meal more than once a week. You know, not when I'm in the beginning stages of my diet, because it's like, man, why are you gonna waste your time? You know, why are you gonna play these games and mess around with all this effort that you're putting in? If you're trying to lose weight, it's only food. You know, you can make awesome meals at home and account for every single macronutrient, micronutrient, and calorie that's in those meals. If you go out, yeah, you're having fun. And I mean, if you go out, do like the no dinner diet article said. You know, that guy will go out, you know, Paul Neeson, he would go out after 5 o'clock or whenever he stopped eating at night. He would go out with friends and they'd eat, and he'd just have like coffee or, you know, something to drink, or Perrier or something to keep his gut full. And he'd go on about his business. You don't have to eat when everyone's eating. You don't have to eat. You know, it's like eating is a psychological thing. If you're not dying of hunger, you know, have your last meal or whatever, or even if it's during the day. Go, you know, eat. You know, eat what you eat right before you go out to eat, right before you're walking out the place. Bring a sandwich or something with you, and right before you walk into the place to eat a big sandwich, and then you're full, and then you don't even need to eat. You can have like a little freaking, you know, fruit bowl or something like that. You could track that. You could say, well, you could bring your scale along. You could say, hey, can I get some fruit? And then you just pull out your little scale. They have pocket scales that you can use when you go out to eat, little ones. You just use your little pocket scale, and you're good. You know, get a pocket scale, invest in those. I'm not saying that you should use them when, you know, to go out to eat and eat, you know, whatever, you know, that's not what I'm saying. Yes, they help with tracking, but most importantly, you have that there because there's, you know, there's certain foods the restaurants do offer, you know, like if you go out to Denny's or something like that. Denny's has, you know, fruits and vegetables that you can get, and you can track that stuff. You know, you just tell them don't put no butter or anything on these vegetables or whatever, or, you know, the fruit, no additives, and then, you know, get a little side of pineapple or watermelon, weigh that crap out, and you're good to go. You know, eat that stuff. Get a fruit salad or something like that. Just have them like separate everything. I don't know. You know, you got to use your mind, and that's the reason why, you know, I always say these little tricks of the trade. You know, I've been doing this for so long that I've kind of unlocked all these little ideas, and also I talk to people that are endomorphs, and I've, like I said the other day, plucked ideas from people that have gone, you know, on the same journey that I'm on. So, you know, invest your time at learning. Invest your time in picking up these little ideas and these little tools, because they're gonna make a big difference. Get a pocket food scale. Happy Monday.